Welcome to the Auta Hub. Today we are not just talking about an SUV. Today we are talking about a revolution. A car that changed the meaning of power, luxury and performance in the SUV world. This is not a normal family car. This is not a simple luxury ride. This is a raging bull in a tailored suit. This is the Lamborghini Urus. For decades, Lamborghini was known for building wild, low, loud supercars. Cars that hugged the ground, screamed through tunnels, and lived for speed. No one expected Lamborghini to enter the SUV world. And honestly, no one believed they could make an SUV that still felt like a true Lamborghini. But when the Urus arrived, everything changed. Imagine walking toward this machine. It doesn't look like a normal SUV. It looks like something from the future. Sharp lines cut across the body like a fighter jet. The front fascia looks aggressive, bold, and dominant. The Y-shaped LED headlights stare at the road like the eyes of a predator ready to hunt. This is not a car that blends in. This is a car that owns the road. The hood is long and muscular. The air vents are real and functional. And the overall stance is wide and powerful. Even when parked, the Lamborghini Urus looks like it's about to launch forward. Moving to the side, you notice the coupe-like silhouette. This isn't a boxy SUV. This is a sculpted beast. The sloping roofline, massive alloy wheels, wide arches, and sharp character lines make it look like a supercar that somehow grew taller and stronger. At the rear, the Urus becomes even more dramatic. The design is inspired by Lamborghini's supercars like the Aventador. Slim LED taillights, a wide aggressive diffuser, and quad exhaust tips make it clear this is not made for school runs. This is made for domination. Now you open the door, and everything changes. Inside, the cabin feels like a spaceship mixed with a luxury penthouse. Carbon fiber, leather, Alcantara. Everything feels expensive, sporty, and futuristic. The design is driver-focused. The dashboard wraps around you like a cockpit. This is not a place where you sit. This is a place where you command. The seats hug your body perfectly. They are sporty yet incredibly comfortable. The stitching is perfect. The materials feel alive. Ambient lighting flows softly across the cabin, making nighttime drives feel cinematic. The dual touchscreen setup in the center console gives you control over everything. One screen for infotainment, one for climate and drive modes. The digital instrument cluster changes its personality depending on how you want the car to behave. Comfort, sport, Corsa. Every mode has its own mood, its own soul. But the real magic begins when you press the start button. The engine wakes up like a beast that was just sleeping lightly. A deep, loud, aggressive growl fills the cabin. Under the hood lives a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine. And this engine is not normal. It produces brutal power, the kind that pushes your body back into the seat and makes your heart beat faster. In comfort mode, the Urus behaves like a luxury SUV. The suspension becomes soft. The steering feels smooth. The ride becomes calm. You could easily drive this car through the city like a gentleman. But no one buys a Lamborghini to drive like a gentleman. The moment you switch to Sport or Corsa mode, the Urus reveals its true nature. The suspension stiffens. The steering sharpens. The exhaust becomes louder. The throttle becomes extremely sensitive. You press the accelerator, and the world behind you disappears. This massive super SUV launches forward with shocking speed. It doesn't feel like a heavy SUV. It feels like a flying missile. 0 to 100 km/h in just a few seconds. And it keeps pulling. And pulling, and pulling. The all-wheel drive system keeps the car glued to the road. The adaptive air suspension keeps the body flat around corners. And the massive carbon ceramic brakes make sure that all this madness stays under control. Driving the Urus is not just transportation. It's an experience. It's an emotion. It's a rush. People don't look at this car. They stare. They stop. They listen. In traffic, it dominates. On highways, it hunts. In tunnels, it screams. But Lamborghini didn't ignore comfort. The rear seats are surprisingly spacious. The ride, even with all its aggression, can be comfortable. There is enough space for luggage, shopping, and long road trips. This is what makes the Urus special. It is insane, but practical. It is brutal, but luxurious. It is wild, but usable every day. The technology inside feels futuristic. A premium sound system that turns the cabin into a concert hall. Advanced driver assistance systems that keep you safe. Surround cameras, parking assist, adaptive cruise control, and intelligent navigation. Everything feels connected. Everything feels alive. But the Lamborghini Urus isn't just about features. It's about status. It's about confidence. It's about personality. This car doesn't whisper. It speaks loudly. It doesn't ask. It takes. It doesn't follow. It leads. For many people, SUVs are about family. For the Urus, it's about identity. It's for those who want to be practical, but refuse to be boring. For those who want space, but refuse to lose speed. For those who want comfort, but refuse to lose emotion. The Urus is the kind of car that makes every drive feel like a movie scene. You don't just go places. You arrive. You feel powerful even when standing still. You feel important. You feel unstoppable. Lamborghini took a big risk by building this car, and they succeeded. They created a new category, the super SUV. After the Urus, the world changed. Other brands followed, but none of them captured the same madness. The Lamborghini Urus is not just a vehicle. It is a lifestyle. It is a statement. It is rebellion with luxury. And that is why the Urus stands as one of the most iconic SUVs ever created. It proves something important. You don't have to choose between speed and space. You don't have to choose between comfort and chaos. You can have both. If you enjoyed this powerful story of the Lamborghini Urus, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing car stories. Only on Auta Hub.